Hello everyone.
Hello.
How are you, Manya?
Fine.
Good. Are you excited for today's session?
Yes, of course.
Oh, hello everyone. I'm also very excited for today's session. And today we have brought very exciting topic called computer introduction for grade 1 students. And today we are going to tell about few facts about computer, very easy facts about computers, and Manya as well is going to tell you few very interesting stuff. Please stay tuned with us so that we can explain to you going further. Okay, let's
And
start. You can see here on the screen we have, this is the Mania's blog basically, and here we are going to gradually we are going to bring a lot of videos, a lot of learning tutorials, everything we are going to put over here on this blog. Okay, for the grade 1 students, KG students, everything. And since we started with this computer introduction, we have brought already for this computer session, we have brought this computer introduction. You can see here each and everything, basic fundamentals, how it is written here, and the basic examples we have given, a very small examples. It will explain to you what is this, what is computer, what is the part of computers, all those things. The same thing we are going to discuss here under this podcast, right, Manya?
yes.
Okay, Manya, what are we going to learn today? Today we are going to learn about the computer introduction. Could you
Oh,
please explain what is computer? What do you know about computer in your language?
yes.
Yeah, tell me.
There's also hardware and software. Those are the two elements of of computers.
Oh, that's very interesting. You know directly the parts of computers. That's very exciting. I'll explain you more about these elements. What are those computer parts, and what is the main features? What are the main functions of those hardware parts and softwares? Okay, I'm going to tell you the differences as well, everything. But before that, we should know what is computer and why it is very important in our real life, right?
It could even help us do such big jobs.
Yes, that's why in our real life we do a lot of very interesting stuff with these computer, which makes our job very easy. And in this AI era, like this artificial intelligence era is going on, and without computer, our life is nothing, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's why we must learn about computers, right, Manya?
Yes.
Okay, let's start the computer. Computer is basically, what is the computer? Computer is basically, it's a mix of hardware and software, right? They're devices, like hardwares are the devices. We have different devices we use to calculate, to do the our job in fast way, right? That's why we
Yes.
use computer. Okay, and what do we do? Computer made up of different parts. The most important part of the computer is called brain. As you see, Mania, in our human body is also a machine, right?
Yes.
And in human body also we have a different parts, right?
Yes.
We have different parts, like we have a brain, we have a hand, we have a face, we have nose, eyes, all those things, and every body part is having a different features, right?
Similar like computer.
Similar
Compute
like computer.
in computer, the brain is the CPU. Takes the commands and then takes them and calculates and read.
Read, and then after shows the user, whoever is a computer user, right? It's shows the results to the user, right?
Yes, of course.
Good, exactly. And what are the other parts of computer, do you know, Manya?
Keyboard, monitor, mouse.
Wow, Manya knows about the computers parts as well. She knows about computer monitor. What is monitor? Why do we use monitor?
Monitor.
To see the result, right?
Oh,
When the CPU, like you, what you did, what you do, what is the function of your mouth?
we eat.
We eat. That means this is an input for your body, right?
Yes.
We give some input. What do you think? We eat. That means this is an input, right?
Yes.
The similar way, we have the same features, the same function we use for computer as well. There's the input part. We give the input as a command to the computers, and it gives you the output. What is the output of a human body? When we eat food, we become healthy, and then after we perform our job, right? If we not
Yes.
eat, there's no fuel to our body, we cannot work, right? The similar way computer also works.
The wires help us to get to the energy for them. The wires, the electric power are the food for them.
Good. The similar way for computers, electric wires are there. It connects to the power, and power gives the electricity power to the computer, and it gets energizes. And then after it works, it shows the power. Then after other devices of the computer works like monitor, keyboard, mouse, and then after CPU works together, right? And then after they start doing their job, right? It's
Yes.
a very exciting topic, right? Okay,
Yes.
then the first computer. When we talk about a computer, why we need computer, right? And how does computer make us smart, right? Computers are smart, right? Are you know? Do you know that computers are really, really very smart? Why? Why do you call computers are smart? Manya, could you please tell me why do you think that computers are very, very smart?
Because the CPU
Hmm.
the CPU has a electric power. I mean, electric
Gets the power,
gets
and
the power,
yes.
and 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 it reads the question and answers quickly in one.
Oh, that's very good. Miss, basically in term of computer, what we call CPU takes the input as a command, and then after it process it.
Yes.
Based on the input, it process it, and it gives you the result. Let's take an example. Like you want to watch movies, you want to listen music, right? Then we feed the file. The computer stores the music file and movie file into the system, and then after CPU reads that movie and it shows the result on the monitor, right? This is called CPU processing. Okay, now why the computer is smart, I have listed here, you can see my screen. It does many types of job together. It's a multi-processing. Basically what it does, beta, at the same time it can do multiple jobs. You can do multiple jobs at the same time. Human cannot do multiple jobs. I know you can do couple of jobs, like one or two jobs you can do together, but multiple jobs in several jobs, like suppose you want to do 100 jobs together, you can do?
No.
No, you cannot do at all. That's why computers can be used to do the multiple jobs. This is the first thing. Why computers are smart. You get it?
Yes.
Why computers are smart? Because they can do multiple.
Job.
Very good. Okay. What is the next? It remembers lots of jobs because it does a multiple jobs. Then there should be a memory, right? The way human brain works, right? We have to day by day we are learning so many stuff, right? And our brain is memorizing each and every stuff, right? The similar way
as you,
computer
as you
also
are
can
ve-
do.
as you are studying the words,
Hmm.
you're memorizing,
Yeah.
you're trying to memorize the
Trying
words
to store the
in.
words in your memory, right? Brain memory.
Yes.
Good man, yeah, you know that one. She's able to. You see, there's two different. There is a human and there is a computer. And human also and computer both are features are same, right?
Yes.
Behavior is same, right? One is live, another is not live. This is the only difference, right? Humans are live. They can talk, they can walk, they can eat, they can feed, they can run, they can fight, right? But computers cannot do. They simply do their job, right?
Yes.
They complete their job, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Then similar way, then we're talking about the memory. Okay, the first thing that they memorize a lot of stuff together. Okay, that's why they are able to do multiple
The-
jobs, right? Good.
yes.
Now third point is it never does a mistake. Computer never does a mistake
Yes.
because the computer's programs Computer system is already programmed in a such a way that they never do mistakes.
Mistakes.
But human can do mistakes, right?
Yes.
Always humans do mistake. Humans are not perfect, right?
Yes.
But computers, we feed them, we give the inputs to the computers, and they works according to that. That's why they never do
Any
mistakes.
any mistake.
Good. Okay. Now, fourth point, they are they are doing their multiple jobs at high speed, right? They do
Yes.
their job at very, very high speed.
Yes. Like 1 second zero. Like
Milliseconds. They do their job in milliseconds. There is a second, okay, and smaller, less time is milliseconds actually. It takes very fast. You cannot even realize it. Yeah, you cannot even realize the computer takes a time. Seconds, do you know how the second works? This is 1 second, 2 second, 3 second, and milliseconds is less than this one. You cannot even realize.
uh,
Yes, that's why computers are able to do multiple jobs together.
in 1 second millimeter.
Milliseconds, they can do milliseconds even. They do the job there in milliseconds. I will tell you how the computer works when I will explain you the part of computers, right? In that, I will tell you how it does the job in milliseconds, right? Okay, now third question comes to our mind. What task you can do with computers? In our real life, what task we can do?
Or tax paint, painting.
Yeah, that's fine. That you can learn. Here, what you can do? You can watch cartoons, movies. Suppose you want to watch movies on the YouTube. Suppose you want to watch movies on the YouTube, right? That's also video, right? You can watch it, and you can store the file under the computer file system, one movie, and then after you can watch even, right? First, second, you can draw pictures. What you can do? You can
Draw
draw pictures. You know
pictures.
that what is the softwares we are using to draw the pictures? Sometime we are using online software called Canva. Sometime we are using TuxPaint. All those things we are using. Since we're using MacBook, that's why we are talking about these softwares. Okay, now you can draw pictures. What you can do? You can write a letter to your friends.
Yes.
You can write letters to your friends, right? Like how are you going to write a letters to your friend? And how are you going to pass this message or letter to your friend?
When
We have to
there's
use software. We
a
have to use a
oh
middleware called softwares, which is called, like, we have so many softwares, okay, like
yes,
Gmail. We have a Gmail. What we do?
Gmail.
Gmail. We write the letter on the Gmail, and then after we send to our friends. It goes the message to, like the way we are using in your school. We are communicating with your teacher, right? How we are communicating with your teacher?
The
Teacher
teacher.
writes an email to us,
Okay.
and we are responding back to your teacher over the Gmail, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we can even send the messages over WhatsApp. You know that WhatsApp is also a software where we can directly type the message, and it goes to the our lovely friend, right?
I were our friends.
Yes. Okay, now what we can do, we can do the arithmetic calculations. We have the software called calculator, right? And we
Yes.
can use the calculators to calculate the numbers. Like suppose you want to perform addition, multiplication, subtraction, right?
Division.
Division. All these are called arithmetic operations, right? These arithmetic operations we can calculate on the calculator very easily. I'll tell you when I'll explain you the software section, right? Okay. Now, fifth is we can listen music. Suppose you want to listen a song, right? We can listen to music on the computers. You can store files. Suppose you want to store so many GB files. Everything in this world have a space, right? They takes a space. Now I'm sitting here. That means I've taken few space, right? Right? You are sitting here. You are also taken some space, right? Here, this microphone is kept here. That means this also has taken some space, right? And this computer is kept here. That means this also computer has taken this much space, right? The similar way, when we store file into computer system, they also store some space. They also take some space, and those spaces we measure in unit called MB,
MB,
GB.
GB,
Yes, bytes.
byte.
Yeah, when you will grow up, then after you will learn about these. Okay, we are going to make a lot of videos on these terms, right, in future. As you grow up, once you will grow in grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, grade 4, you will come to know about computers more and more and more and more and more and more and more, right?
Yes.
Wow, of course, very, very interesting topic we have picked for today. Okay, let's proceed the next question. This is how we use computer, right?
Yes.
Okay, now the next question comes in our mind: where do we use computers in our real life?
Like
Real life
hospital.
we use computer, right? Everyone in this whole world is using computers, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Then first example comes libraries. Take an
Library.
example of your school, right? And
Yes.
in
Cool.
your school we keep the computers. Why do we keep computer in the library, Manya? Why computer is needed?
Computers needed to
Think of. Tell me.
store the files, to show the videos, to to
Good. But why specifically we keep it into library? Why? We know that computer, we use computer to store the file. But why computer is kept into library? I will tell you guys. Mane is not able to think of, but I will tell you. She said that we store file into computers, right? The similar way, like suppose the library is very big. And in libraries, how many books do we have?
a lot of.
A lot. Are you able to count those books?
Mm, mm.
Everyone in the library, whoever works, right, the librarian, whoever works in the library is called librarian, right? That guy cannot count these files, these books every day. There is a possibility that he will lose the record of books, right? That's why we use this digital way of storing the files,
Eh,
right? Then what we
okay.
do, the librarian basically he prepares the list of books, and he stores those list of the books self wise. Like suppose we have some fiction books, we have some story books, we have some other books, like we have a science book, we have mathematics books. These are the sections, right? He prepares the section wise records into the computer system, and he stores that. Then suppose I'm going to the library, I'm a user, I'm a reader, right? I'm a reader, right? And when I go to the library, let's take an example. You go to the school, okay, and your teacher tells you that Manya, go to the library and read computer's book today. Then you go to the library and you tell the librarian that teacher, I want computer book today. Then how does the librarian remember this computer book is kept into this self? He don't remember. If he remembers also, he takes a time to find it, right? You get it? Then what we do, we prepare one record into the computer, like this computer book is kept under this self number 23. Yes. Then what it does, the librarian directly looks into the computer screen and he finds the computer book is kept under this section, means self number 23. He goes to the shelf number 23 and he picks the computer book and he gives to you. And you can read into the library. You sit comfortably and then after you can read it. This is how the computer makes our life easy. You get my point? You get this use? How do we use computer? Are you getting or not?
I'm getting.
You're getting? Is this very exciting?
Yes.
Hmm?
Yes. I never ever heard such stuff, guys. Do
Huh?
you hear that?
Yes, very, very interesting. That's why we use computer because computer saves a lot of time, a lot of stuff. It makes our job easy, right? That's
I
why you guys also should learn computer. Tell to your parent, tell to your teacher, tell me computer, tell me about interesting stuff about computers, right?
yeah.
Good. Okay. Now the next in our real life where do we use computer is hospitals.
For hospitals, they check how our feelings are good going, how where are we getting pain. They
What
well,
else?
from the wires,
Hmm.
everywhere they wires, right? So there they they connect with some things like
They
our
gives the
power.
power to the computer
Yes.
basically. They gives the power to the computer, and then after computer gets energizes, and then after it starts working. And what we do basically? Why do we keep this computer in hospital basically? What we do, as you told that when we go to the doctor gives the record of the patient, right? And every day so many patients in the world are visiting to the hospital, right? Doctor cannot memorize each and every patient. Is it possible that doctor can memorize the name? No, right? The nurses, when you go to the hospital, nurses takes care of, they check the blood, they do the regular checkup for you. How do they can do this one if they don't have the computer record? They don't memorize. This is mania patient, this is weight patient, this is that patient, this is mania neelam patient, right? They cannot memorize. That's why the computers they use to hold the patient's records. They store these patients' records, complete details like what the first name, what is the last name, when do they have born, and what is the birthday. All those details they record into their system in the computer. And when we go to the hospital, they search for the patient name called Mania. When they were the search, the complete details comes on the computer.
Yes.
Have you seen one token when we go to the doctor? We take token, right?
Oh yeah, the count, the number. So they,
Because a
so
lot
in
of to
those,
maintain the crowd, right?
yes,
To maintain the crowd, we use token system, right?
the tokens,
Hmm,
that the numbers comes like the TV, right? You
hmm,
watch,
hmm.
right?
Yes,
So so that so so that way they put, it's like a type of computer. It's like,
that's the monitor only, right? On the
yes,
monitors, it shows the numbers. Yeah, this token number one. Token number one go to counter number two. Token number 53 go to
two,
counter number three. Like, likewise, they tells, right? Then after whenever our turns come, why do we use token system? We use to maintain the crowd. Like suppose a lot of people are coming for the checkup, right? And their hospital guys they are not able to maintain the crowd, right? Then after they applies, they gives this token mechanism. They tells, please everyone take the token and fall into the queue. Whenever your turn comes, then after visit the respective
doctor.
doctor. Okay, this is what hospital is used in case of computers. Okay, now
Banks.
where's the bank? We use computer into banks as well.
Banks.
In the banks also, why do we use bank? Why? What is bank money? What do you understand by bank?
Bank is a type of office that 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 where you earn money.
Yes, we earn money outside, but we want to save money for our future, right? Where do we
Yes.
store that money? Where do we deposit that money? We deposit that money into bank system.
Yes.
And banks are nothing but they're digitally equipped system. They're using computers to store the customer's information. Whoever they wanted to save a money on the computer, they go to the bank and they get registered. They register the users and they store the money for them. Like suppose I have 20 lakh, 25 lakhs. I want to save this money. Where do
Yes.
I go? I go to the
To
bank.
banks.
Yeah. We go to the bank, we store money, we store deposit the money under our account. We have a saving account basically, right? We store all this money under our saving accounts, right? That's why there also we use computer, right?
Yes.
And what is the railway stations?
Railway stations also used for computers because
Yes. Why do we use computer at railway stations? What do you think? Just give me your ideas. Thinking. Just think. Okay, I'll tell you. Guys, I'm going to tell you why do we use computer in railways, right? Like on the railway, have you gone on the railway stations? So much of crowd, right? So much of crowd on the railway stations, right? And everyone is going to book the tickets. Without ticket, is it possible that you can travel on the train? No, right? We cannot. Then to manage these travelers record, we use computer. To book the ticket for each and every user, to book the ticket we use computer. You get my point? To manage the computer, to manage the trains we use computer. Yeah, like suppose in the whole India or in UAE, Dubai, we have so many metro trains, right?
yes,
And to manage these metro trains, are you going to remember those metro trains? No, right? That's why to manage them, how many are there, which train, at which station currently it is, how are you going to track these? To track, to maintain these records, we use
computers.
computer. Are you guys getting? Are you guys with me? Very interesting fact about computers. In our real life, computer is really, really a magical thing which we must know. Right, Manya?
Yes.
Good. Now, the very interesting topic we are going to discuss now. Very.
Hardware and software.
We are going to learn about parts of computer. What are you going to learn?
Parts of
We are
computer.
going to learn about parts of computer, and parts of computer is very, very important because computer, as Manya said earlier, that there are two elements of the computer called hardware and software, right? Right, Manya? We have the
Yes.
hardware and software,
And
right? What do you think? What is hardware and what is software? Tell me.
hardware
Hmm.
does that we could touch, right?
The physical devices, right?
The physical devices are like CPU, the monitor, the keyboard, the mouse. These all are the devices that we could touch.
Good. These physical devices which are present in computers parts, right? Those are called
Hardware.
hardwares. We can touch them, right? Those are called hardwares. And what is softwares, man? Yeah,
Software in that we could not touch because
yeah, untouchable. Like under this software is a backend program which runs under the system, into the system, right? It runs into the system, which we cannot touch, right?
yes,
Can you please tell me, Manya, as Manya told already that what is this hardware? Monitor, keyboard, mouse, right? All these are hardware, right? What is this? Which one is the very important hardware in the computer?
CPU,
Why CPU is very important?
because it could it could manage multiple stuffs at a time.
Wow. Initially, we told you that CPU is the brain of computer.
Yes, the smartest and powerful part of computer.
Good. Please remember that one. And what is the full form of CPU? Central Processing Unit. What is called?
Central processing unit.
Good. Okay, you are not in the image. Come on. Okay. Now, CPU part you understand, right?
Yes.
Software part. What is software? Untouchable, which we cannot touch, which is running. CPU is running the programs in system called softwares, right? Which we cannot touch. Like, could you give me the example of softwares? I'll show you the example of softwares. Very interesting. Like Manya knows already, but I'm going to explain to you. Okay. Now you see, we have the softwares called calculators. You see, this is the software. What is this?
Software.
Oh my god, I cannot share the screen. Oh yeah, I cannot share this screen. It's okay, no problem. I'll show you this here. Look here. This is the calculator where we do the calculations, arithmetic calculations, right? These are the softwares. This is the calculator software. We have another more. Like this is the
Tux
Tux Paint,
paint.
where Manya does the designing of the different stuff. Sometimes she designs the board, sometimes she designs her dad, sometimes she designs her mom. All this kind of stuff she does on the computer. Suppose if you're using a Windows computer, then in this case you can use the Paint software. And if we are using the MacBook, that's why we're using Tux Paint here. That's very exciting topic. And please subscribe our channel and visit our blog kids.learning.com, where we are going to bring a lot of learning, such kind of learning facts for your kids. Please subscribe our channel. Thank you so much. Do you want to say something, Beta?
Yes, and we see you soon for the Mania Learning Point. If you want to come again, we could always tell you some fact of more things about computers, right, Daddy?
Yes, we do. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Bye bye.